This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in California. I am with New Babel, brand new for 2022. This San Francisco-based company improves the quality of your data while increasing the effectiveness of data syncing between systems. I'm joined by the partners, Kyle and Chris. Guys, thanks so much for joining us here today. I'm going to start off a little bit about yourselves. Kyle, you two combined efforts to turn an organization into one that runs like a well-oiled machine. Share with me a little bit how the two of you got together.
It's actually a really funny story. We met while on vacation in St. Lucia, and we actually met on my first night there. Another night we spent at the bar, kind of hanging out together. We spent a few hours, and the following day, Chris was with his wife. I was with my girlfriend. We were all hanging out on the beach together. Chris came up to me on his last day, got my email. And I was very excited to receive an email from him later that week, and the rest is history.
That is great. Sounds like a productive vacation for both of you. Chris, you two joined forces really for the greater good. Share the prior experience that you had before becoming a superhero in New Babel.
Totally. I've worked 15 years in cloud architecture. I've worked for big household names like Amazon and Salesforce, and I've seen all these large organizations from the inside and decided to build a system that can help them.
That is excellent. Data. I mean, it's now become the lifeblood of most companies. It wasn't always that way. Why are the tools that you guys are providing more important today, maybe than ever before?
Absolutely. Data has become massive in terms of storage. The types of data, types of databases we use, it's becoming almost kind of to the point where moving the data around is very expensive. So we decided to create a technology where it's more efficient to point to the data and link it than it is to mash it together. So that's what our system Pearl does. It's a system to link data.
Excellent. I mean, to educate the public on what you do, I would say a good starting point to begin is with Pearl. What is Pearl? Share with me.
Awesome. Pearl is one of the systems that it's cloud-based technology. It's built for auto scaling and built for global corporations to kind of link their data. It's primarily for linking database to database. So if a customer is in one system, then it's very easy to say it's the same customer in the other system.
We're talking about a tool for global enterprises to link their data faster. Well, you guys are talking about 6 times faster. I mean, I imagine that is quite an improvement of what these companies are used to. Tell me about that, Kyle.
So a lot of times when these companies most use a CRM, whether it be Salesforce, HubSpot, or one of the various other competitors. A lot of times when these systems interact and exchange IDs and information, data across several other platforms, whether it's billing databases, other vendor databases, security databases, all these different exchanges, sometimes these systems refresh. And when the one system refreshes, the other system doesn't keep up. So the sync is broken. Pearl eliminates the need to match up that sync.
That is interesting. I mean, you're helping centralize their ID mappings. You've asked us to imagine trying to live without a place to hold your driver's license, your bank card, important IDs. Explain that analogy for me a little bit.
Absolutely. So every day when somebody says, where's your wallet, where's your cards, it's we're all used to that. It's become part of our life. What's really interesting is in these large corporations, there isn't a dedicated system to become that wallet to hold our various IDs together. That's Pearl is a first in that sense. So it's a place to organize so that if I'm interacting with someone, then I know that all those IDs map to that same person.
Interesting. I mean, your team obviously knows exactly what you can do for companies. Yeah, this has to be kind of a challenge for your marketing managers to relay that message clearly to the public. Share with us how the adventures of Pearl in comic form may be able to help them.
It's definitely something that is highly technical. It's brand new out of the box technology, so explaining it is a challenge. But we figured that, on top of all of us having an affinity for kind of sci-fi and these kind of 80s style, themes, we figured it'd be a fun way to kind of just convey this message through our heroes. The superhero theme has been prevalent within our own structure as an organization, and sharing our information with that same theme has been awesome to be a part of in our marketing efforts.
Why not make learning fun? It always works, whether you're a child or an adult. Let's touch on some of the benefits of your system. So this is a cloud-based platform, subscription service. I mean, like you said, this is out-of-the-box product. Is it easy to execute once the people sign on?
Absolutely. That since it is cloud-based, it's compatible with most systems. A lot of these large enterprises have existing methods to call out to other clouds, so it can plug in as easily as any other cloud into their stack. And once it is connected, it can serve up the IDs externally, so no necessary changes to any databases. It's very much a plug and play.
I mean, let's face it, Kyle, data can be complex, overwhelming, and we're talking about companies spending a lot of time. It's time consuming. Is this a vast improvement over the old method of linking data that almost all companies are still using out there?
Absolutely. A lot of time and effort is spent on making sure that this data is syncing properly. I think a lot of people out there can definitely resonate with the situation where you don't have information in the system and you need to create an IT ticket for support, and IT gets back to you and says, oh, we're working on it, but in the meantime input the data manually. So you have several teams that are getting backed up through an issue that Pro resolves.
I mean, this is able to increase effectiveness of data syncing between systems by creating UUIDs. These are industry standard IDs. Yet, this is a brand new, anything but typical of what companies are used to. Is that kind of hard for a lot of them to wrap their head around?
Absolutely. It's a new form of architecture. That before it was very much to hard code or to tightly couple the IDs between systems. So now this is, like you mentioned earlier, providing that central index. It's making it a lot easier to connect these different databases within their enterprise systems.
Interesting. I mean, as I said before, it improves the quality of your data, but also, I mean, it protects against ransomware. Why was this important piece for you to provide?
Well, absolutely. So an important aspect of ransomware is that if someone breaches a system and they take over the administration of it, then what they can do is lock you out. The prevention to that is to be able to spin up a copy of your system and then give your admin access to it again once, almost like replace the old with the new. One of the things that prevents this in today's architecture is that often these integrations, you can't change the IDs on the fly. That's something that cannot be done in the stacks. It's fixed IDs. So now with Perl, if the IDs are mapped externally, if someone takes a copy of your existing system, it's a lot easier to load a new system and establish ownership again. So it takes that 3 months that sometimes it takes to restore a system if it's been ransomwared, down to like a day or two response.
Yeah, wow, fascinating. I mean, obviously, if these companies don't have to spend time worrying about that back-end data, they can now focus on what they do best, and that is the product or the service they do. So not only is it really improving their bottom line, but it's probably also improving their service to their organization. Is that something you found?
Exactly. That this is a vast improvement in terms of current operations and really does improve the response time and security of the company.
Excellent. Kyle, as you build meaningful relationships in and out of the organization, I mean, the end goal is to enrich the customer experience. Has that been rewarding to see in such a short period of time?
Absolutely. Being that we are pre-revenue, we're still in the process of building those relationships. But when it comes to vendors, when it comes to potential clients, whether it has been at conferences or in other sorts of conversations on Zoom or otherwhere, it's been a wonderful experience. Everyone seems to be excited about this technology, and once they kind of have that aha moment and they see what we see, it really makes everything so much smoother.
You guys have already caused quite a bit of waves, even in pre-revenue status, which is pretty amazing. You're already showing this product out there. Chris, as this company continues to make waves, as you utilize everyone's superpowers to contribute to the main mission. Are you excited for the future?
Absolutely. That's our team is amazing. Our superpowers are being maximized, and we're looking forward to adding people to our team as we expand. So we have a good formula and a good team and a good product, and really looking forward to it.
That's very exciting. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, it's as simple as booking a demo. Obviously, you can contact this organization, and basically we're going to show you something that you've probably never seen before. If you don't understand it quite well, they'll probably put it in comic form for you to make you understand a little bit. They use video, text, and of course comics. They will easily educate you on the playbook of Pearl, basically so that your company can benefit from their services. I mean, look out, San Francisco. Here comes the newest group of tech superheroes. That is New Babel, brand new for 2022. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.